So, just want to let you guys all know I had a really awesome music event coming up this Friday with Joshua White. He is an incredible pianist, and he just plays awesome old school classic era jazz. Has some of his own compositions, and he's just amazing. I mean, I know I like to hyperbolize and get up here and tell you how often. Don't miss it. It's going to be at the Encinitas Library on Friday at 7 o'clock, and he's going to be playing with a trio. So check it out, ruthlesshippies.org. We got more info there. And now on to the second half. We have with us tonight a woman who is a dance philosopher. You really have to know her to know exactly what that means, but she speaks of the dance and life metaphorically interplaying with poetry, and she really is an amazing woman, a revolutionary mind, and a great friend. And I'm honored to give you guys Cara H. Cadwallader. Give it up.
Wow. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hey. So it's just an honor and a treat to be invited by Mike as a featured artist tonight. Thank you all for having me. Mike asked me to bring some revolutionary love. Well, I call it love. So I have this compilation of stuff I've written, and that's kind of what I feel about it. Yeah. You call out my name. Come, you whisper. Slide on my body, in my depths, into my warmth. My blankets of security. Allow me to envelop and hold you in my arms of satin, of lace, of whichever you prefer. Wrapped tight within my confines, my abode, my bosom, me. When two can truly become one. And I call that an ode to my bed. I love performing, if you haven't noticed. It's really easy and really enjoyable. And I really especially enjoyed playing with the unexpected. And as a evolutionary type, I think that performing is really easy because we're expected to be entertained. We live in a world where we're taught to be passive and to receive images and media and words and not question them. So I love to push the edge and actually challenge. Anytime I get up in front of people, I challenge. And the challenge is always for us to connect to ourselves. So we're going to play a little game. And it goes like this. I'm going to say something, and if you like whatever I throw out there, I want you to stand up. So we're going to have the stand-up dance. It's really simple. You can do it in your seat, and you're just going to stand up and sit down. You sit down when it's like, no, I don't like this, and you stand up when you're like, yeah, this is awesome. All right, here we go. You ready?
Ready.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Purple. Tennis shoes. Turtles.
Oh yeah, I like turtles.
Mama. Poop. Oh. Milk.
Depends.
Love. Sex. Nature. Awesome, beautiful. Y'all can sit down. You're really good at this game.
Just keep standing.
Yeah, just keep standing.
That was easy.
Yeah, right.
You kept us standing.
You just make us hate things.
Oh, okay. I'm not very good at that.
Yeah, that's
But I like the anger. You know, we gotta get it out because it's stuck in here, and that's part of the problem. So we gotta get that shit out of our bodies. So I'll intersperse, and then I'll challenge. Your kiss Like giant space rock bursting into flame overhead, shot through this wandering soul star, puncturing its atmosphere, leaving it to burn in orange anticipation in the heat of red's passion, awaiting your lips return. So I wrote that in, so I write to connect, and it's to connect to myself and the moment. It's to let go and release moments that have come before, anything I'm holding on to. It's a means of me to connect. And connection is a big part of what I do. I believe it's vital that we remember how to connect to ourselves and to each other. So I'm going to challenge you right now to find somebody in this space you have not met yet and go introduce yourself to that person. And stand up, yeses, and meet somebody new and stand in front of them. Just stand in front of somebody you haven't yet met yourself. There we go.
Nice to meet you.
Yep, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Me too, we're done.
about an hour ago, but
I know.
Okay.
Ed needs a partner. Leanne needs a partner. Oh, well, Ed needs a
What
partner.
work to do?
So you can pretend. There you go. There you go.
I can
Okay.
When I started messing with
Okay, and on 3, you're gonna stop talking and look at me. 1, 2, 3. Stop talking, look at me. Almost. Cool, thank you. All right, so nice. So in this partnership, we're actually going to drop out of our minds. This is a lot of the evolutionary work I do as well. So we're a very mind-focused society, right, with all our media, and it's all up here. So let's drop it into here. We're going to drop it down. We're going to go into the non-rational, nonsensical, looking totally dorky, totally vulnerable, doesn't give a damn. And we're gonna do some poetry in motion with facial expressions. So you're gonna have a conversation with this new friend, and you're gonna just think of them like a mirror. You're looking at yourself in the mirror, and you're gonna need to simply copy the reflection that you're seeing. Go for it.
Just talk.
Try to be non-rational, nonsensical. You can make noises. Nice. So see if you can find a close with that partner and feel a rhythm in the room. Nice. Feel something. Good. There you go. Oh, I like it, Ed. And then walk your way, dance your way back to your seat. Say thank you, give a namaste, bless your partner. There you go.
Namaste, yes. Put the hand in place first.
Yeah. So a big part of what I do as well as an embodiment artist is also what I call myself, all about being in not only our bodies, but the really deep understanding and recognition that our body is one and the same as planet Earth, and that there's no separation between. To me, that is the essential quality of embodiment. Whatever happens to this planet happens to us. So, on that note, I'm just going to pick up from the floor, and I'll read, and we'll keep rolling improvisationally and organically, because that's how we flow. It is what it is. Bow slices across these silent, still waters. The radiating pulse of a newly discovered internal rhythm plays out. Swoosh, swoosh. It is what it is, some distant, wise voice beckons. Rock falls overhead. In the burning, the magnanimous mass is reduced. Molten magma leaves an illuminated trail, tracing its ephemeral path across my heart. With persistence, the rubble will fall unto this earth and into these liquid, primal waters where right wrist twists and a symmetrical oar dives into a black expansiveness. Swoosh, swoosh. The void below reflects and mirrors what floats above. Swoosh, swoosh. A deep reverie illuminates my soul. It is what it is the singer sings to. Swoosh, swoosh. Gone is the longing, departed is the seeking. The resistance has withdrawn. Now, all that remains is the bow, silently cutting its swath across these still San Diego waters. Now, all that remains is pure surrender and raw vulnerability. It is what it is. Swoosh, swoosh. There's that one. I was just feeling a lot of turmoil around unrequited love. And this passionate fire for somebody who, of course, could not return it. So it was an illusion, and it is what it is. All right. Do you want more poet? Yes,
Tell you what
Diana.
it made me feel. It made me feel like when the baby's in the womb, like how he was listening to that shush, shush. And then some of the words you said could relate to being there, you know, like lonely and who knows what they're feeling. So it kind of gave me that. It was beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right. How about Leanne? Would you mind just picking anything up and handing it to me? I'll see. Thanks, darling. Ooh, I really like this one. I was hoping this one would get chosen. I call this the language of my heart. Fuck! A timeless ritual of birthing. All one can do is steady her mind within the process. Focus. Breathe, press, and push out. Bear down, breathe, fuck! Oh, brother, it's fucking that got us here. A co-creative act ongoing since time began. Your seed puncturing my moon, her wild flow beckoning his hard-shelled divinity dances in these moments. There's a temple awaiting our union. It begs to be filled with the yin-yang of our balance, with you on your belly, protecting your warm, open heart, and me on my back, laughing off your defenses. Perhaps one day the veil will drop, the ice will melt, and you will awaken to our bodies rocking in the light. Our heart songs channeled directly from source. This rhythm can go on all night long. This rhythm sways to the tune of a universal tongue. La lengua del amor, paz y libertad. La lengua de mi corazón. The language of my heart, they call it. Yeah. So yeah, sex is great, right? I mean, there'd be no life as we know it without it.
Tequila.
I didn't even know that!
It's not, I don't know.
It's a bird of some sort. It's a spirit. That's a spirit too.
Diana, ¿tú conoces?
The feather serpent is the Quetzalcoatl es el yeah, mythological, but at the same time it's the year of, like this year, where everything is going to start to change. That's what they said this was the beginning. So the year of the snake is this year. So everything's going to get, from now on, everything's going to get connected to the beyond. You know, it's, the Kundalini has to get out.
Which is that snake
All
energy.
the chakras, we have to listen to all the messages out there. We have to listen to the crop circles. If they're good, bad, or who made them, who the fuck cares? You just have to do it. So, yeah, just listen, and that's it. The signs are there. Okay.
All right.
Continue, amiga.
Quetzalcoatl. Beyond the sands of time lies a sacred river. Flowing and running, she carves her way through. Flesh and bone, rock and stone, his consciousness parted like a grand canyon shimmering in the light. Hues dancing, particles exploding, galaxies born in the night. an eternal flame, her womb, the warm meeting place, blue and orange swirling, hydrogen and oxygen bonding, his seed, her egg, a timeless tale played out. Tumbling round and round again, where they will end up, only Spirit knows. For now, they remain. Tossing and turning, leaping and jumping, dying and crying, mysteries of flight. Diving and rising, swooping and soaring, crashing into construction and fright. And still the sacred serpent slithers on by, chasing its tail, consuming it whole, extinguished in the fight. Quetzalcoatl. So I have a real affinity for Quetzalcoatl in this time now, because I always considered myself a bird person and descendant from the bird, because I love the morning time and I'm always up early, and that's when I have most energy, and I'm like chirping like a bird, and that's when I sing my morning song, And then I was bitten by a rattlesnake last year in 2012.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I got this really hot tattoo. I'll show it to you. That's my tattoo.
Oh.
Yeah, right? Ooh, you all like that, huh? So it was this mixing of this serpent energy with the bird energy inside of me, is the way I took it. All right, Bert, grab another, please.
That's a sign.
Thank you, Donald. Ooh, this is a good one too. So this piece is about evolution, take 6, which some readings I've done is that we are in a 6th phase of our evolutionary process as a species on this planet. And being bitten by the serpent, the snake, got me thinking a lot about, well, even more about evolution and like what the hell does this all mean? And that day when it happened, the snake was just sleeping, and I stepped next to it because I was looking for something outside of myself and tromping through sagebrush and not paying attention as we do. And it just did what it needs to do. And people would say to me, Cara, you're so lucky you have serpent or snake energy coursing through your blood now. I was like, yes, and that snake has my human blood. And so it got me thinking about evolution and how we're all evolving as species, as humans, as tertiary mammals, animals, and, maybe the universe just put that snake there and me there at that exact moment in time so we can both evolve. Maybe it comes back as a human next time. Who knows? So evolution, take 6. She wears a single plume, plucked from the tail feather of a hawk. It hangs over one shoulder. Brown ringlets fall idly beside it. Frida and Diego now comfortably reside within her. Isadora and Diaghilev are here too, for there is no longer any separation between them. She writes poetry for herself, because if she doesn't, who will? Flying with the night, a chaste wind at her back, her sharp beak punctures consciousness. Words are simply an agreement spoken between flickering tongues. The transformative flame of fire burns our hearts wide open. Holes let the light in, illuminating the once dark caverns of our collective psyche. If I told you I was lying, would you believe me? If I told you anything, would you hear? Do you care to listen to the stirrings of this now? Can you see the vision unfolding? Look up, it's you, soaring through a bitter sky. Feel in, it's me, hurting just like you. Taste it all, take it out, experience the unknown. Tap into the center and know we're almost here. And there we are, home.
Nice. Wow. That's so comfortable. Why do you make me work?
That's what I'm here to do.
You know how many times I pick up that boy? A ver, sentí lindo doping hueco, que era más caro que fue, ya no fui, pero que se me fue.
Hi.
En un plato de ensalada, todos comen churumbe. Este. Y si dices son, jardín
sí.
y cordero.
Sí.
Con eso tengo ya. Ese es mi favorito.
So as an embodiment artist and a dance philosopher, I've been offering dance. I am trained in modern dance, postmodern dance, contact dance, improvisation. And so I've been teaching locally for, I don't know, the past 5 years or so. I'm originally from North County, more like Vista, but I predominantly call downtown my home. So I've taught dance in between Encinitas and downtown. I also was really moved by the local sustainable agricultural movement, which is how I know Jared and Mike from about 4 years ago, and just being a part of the local organic food and the movement here. And so again, So again, it's that connection of earth and body. It's the same. There's no separation, and it's imperative that we as human beings reclaim this relationship. So cultivar son jardín. Cultivate your garden. My garden is within. I sow my internal landscape, churning a rich, nutritious soil for a long time hidden in the barren shadows, and raking any fossilized remains, breathing life into dead, organic matter, and turning it back towards the light. Now I plant the seeds, some fertilized, pregnant, and plump, others merely too immature for development, a finger lengths down into an amended compost where, with sweat and toil, with labor and love, an all-encompassing force will be pierced. The due diligence and daily discipline, like the sun's unequivocal offering and the earth's gentle help, a focused caring and an attentive watering of passionate purpose and vulnerable surrender, in simultaneous pressure and release, with guidance and support, the divine acts of listening and responding give way to sprouting seeds and growing sprouts, to thriving plants and planted trees, to the diving roots and expansive canopy under which, gently stepping back and trusting that the universe will offer up its glory, its sustenance, its bounty and beauty this moment, now. Do you want some more?
Yeah.
Yes. Ed, will you come choose one?
Yeah. Twister.
Go ahead.
You dirty old man!
Okay.
21st century human.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's kind of long, but we can do it. I just don't know my name.
Is that it here?
It's 25.
On the stage?
25. Can you look for 25 and I'll start
Here,
reading?
here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bert. Yeah, this one's really long. All right, brace yourselves. We climb a mountain and meet a blind man. Together, we sing refrains, favored Cat Stevens tunes, as our bodies feast on clear San Diego skies, and our moon shadows dance out and over an azure Pacific. I miss the warm presence of a certain bald monk who would read to me centuries-old prose, roomy, while we laid under Arcturus on dirt-dusted driveways and recently washed work clothes. I dig in soil in my mama's dress. My hands reverberate on the land. Together, our pulse becomes one. Slowly, a yard that is not my own becomes. I dive in backwards and upside down. I wash with strawberries and chocolate syrup. I hold conversations in sound and words in music like a good gin and tonic. I acknowledge that he is me, my counterbalance, the darkness I've been hiding from. I crave connection and seek humility, a desire nothing more than to reach out and touch. I feel desperately alone, confined, trapped within skin and bone, muscle and memory, nostalgia and fear. Still, it is the adventure that keeps me moving forward, walking new paths, pursuing electric connections, exploring fruitful ideas, and excavating deep-seated emotions. 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, 24/7, 365, 65 years of this, then what? Death is written in these numbers. And figures which figure nothing into my well-being, nothing into my depth of spirit. Success is living life as adventure. Journeys taken, relationships pursued, and the pageantry of drama spelled out explicitly. Life as adventure is more than just a tenet. It is more than just some 10-cent philosophy that one can pick up down at the local barbershop. Life as adventure is not found in the humdrum of the unconscious. It cannot be discovered at the bottom of a beer bottle in a broken down old bar stool. Life as adventure is lived in the rawness of our humanity. I have stripped myself bare, right down to a bald noggin, with a disregard for panty wearing and a preference to bleed without a barrier, without some stupid piece of cotton stopping me up like a dike. I have laid down on some god's marital bed without a band and with the only wish to steal a bigger pittance from the riffraffs who smuggle crystal meth into our cell via her vagina. I have bedded down in the shadows between a boardwalk and a beach, in the darkened corners of a city at night, and behind sandy rocks on an elementary school's property. I have made friends with street urchins, beautiful young men who would sell even their own bodies just to earn a few disappearing dollars. Together we would throw a beloved toy, a frisbee disc, around the gardens of Harare Park. I have come to understand that there are not any actions that are either above or below. For my uncle's fate of calling the streets of Los Angeles home for the past 30 years could just as easily be my own. I have learned that there is nothing that separates heaven and hell from earth. For I am mammal, flesh and blood, cut from the same cloth as my other earthly neighbors. I am Homo sapiens sapiens, descendant of Homo habilis, wielding tools of millennium past and creating nothing new under the sun. For I am the sun. I am Atom, child of that revolving star of brilliance and great magnitude, found at the center of our solar system, and I am Earth daughter. My seed will beget many moons to continue along this great march of time, for I am also spirit. I am 21st century human. I live in the future, I have lived before, and I am of the living now. ¿Quieres más?
Sí, más.
Yeah.
Más del cósmico.
¿Más de qué?
De la cosmos.
Oh, the cosmos. Okay, Sasha, we
I
find
love
something?
it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what we got in here, the cosmos, but maybe there's something.
Whatever Sasha thinks is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sasha's so awesome. Actually, Sasha's been like one of my major dance members who would always come to my dance classes. I had a studio in East Village called the Prosperity Hive, where we focus on our whole being, because I love the bee and the metaphor of the bee, and I think it's really important, obviously, for the honeybee to flourish on planet Earth. And I believe that the way for that to happen is we got to just be, like, stop with all the doing. Enough is enough. No más, por favor. You okay? And so the Prosperity Hive, we would just be there. We'd make honey. We'd roll in the sweet. We'd have organic food and, you know, make organic music and dance and poetry. It was awesome. What'd you find?
Meet me in the middle.
Oh, of course you did.
Yes. I just started telling Michelle I had to. It was the one that just
Thank
spoke
you.
to me.
All right. Actually, Sasha, how about you join me with that awesome tuba?
Oh,
yeah. Sounds, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah. I've been needing to move around more.
Cool. This is gonna be fun.
He even attaches it. Like you put it to sleep or something.
I see a
I'll just let it talk to itself.
Let
Let it sort of listen to its own music. It's an internal loop. Yeah. It's not asleep. Or maybe it is. But
I'm never
Streaming.
asleep.
Yeah.
It's a conduit.
Exactly. Indeed. That's the scientific term I would use for this. A conduit.
It's a conduit. You ready to fill that conduit? All right. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
Meet me. Meet me in the middle of man and woman, earth and sky, joy and pain. Between flesh and spirit, bitter and sweet, lost and found. Meet me in the middle of duality, the division of wholes violently ripped in two. Meet me after the breath and before the inhale, between the expansion and the contraction, the push and the pull. Half a heart awaits its next beat, half a soul awaits a natural counterbalance. Meet me somewhere along a road last traveled, walking nimbly out past the break, past the mountains and the hills, the sunrises and the sunsets, past the point of no return. Meet me. Meet me in between, here and there, now and then, forever gone and only to return. Meet me in stillness, in silence, in nothing to do-ness, in nowhere to be's and no one to see. Meet me here on this page. Meet me there in the mirror. Meet me anywhere, on the street, in the dog. I got my page 13. On the street, in the dog, and a tilted grin of a beggar. Meet me, where's number 13? Can you help me? Meet me in the crystals, spilled on the counter, reflecting the glory of all that once was. Number 13. It's a very special, auspicious number. Hey, thanks, buddy. Meet me. Again. Meet me. Again. Meet me. Again. Meet me. Again. Meet me in the middle, between me and you, us and them, between yours and mine. Meet me where the clouds part, in the distance between language and knowing, between custom and instinct. Meet me before the breath, and after the exhalation, in clear space, and an open conduit. Meet me in the middle of a dance floor, on a field, on a farm, or on a trampoline, on a lake, on an island in the Pacific Northwest. Meet me in the distance that lay between us, like a grand canyon awaiting our fall. Meet me beyond Eden, back in sacred time, when we were simply one. We were simply one. Meet me.
Now you play with me.
It's a host tutu. You're supposed to stand up and look for the flag.
It sounds like
It's just like SeaWorld, there's the wet area.
All right. So I think just we have time for.
22? What are you going to do?
What do y'all want?
Here.
Oh, we're gonna get cereal, okay?
Okay, Sarah.
Yeah, super death cereal.
So we're getting Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
What's the name
How
of this
is-
boat?
Virgin. Bless you.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Gracias.
See, is that it? Death comes as a welcome gift. Its plumage outstretched. I wrap it around my chest. Swaddling the stilled baby, there is no fear to be found, no wailing to be heard. You offer ceremony, and I sink into our thick silence. Bullfrogs illuminate the winter night with their resonance as a waxing crescent moon hangs high above the sycamores. You dig and I kneel. You cut away feathers and talons as I smudge the air between us. time, a fluid river runs between the child who ran through these same coastal desert hills and the woman who now offers life right back to the source from where it came. Body to body, soul to soil, one and the same we are. Together, we sing the refrain. Yeah, so I call that conversion. So I actually, I wrote that at there's this awesome 9-acre piece of property. It's called Emerald Village. It's in Vista, and it's community property, and tribe lives there. So people our age, they have festivals. It's all about our sustainable way forward and building and co-creating it. And I actually grew up in Vista, so spending time on that land feels super sacred. And I arrived there. I wrote this in February, and I'd just been told that the Prosperity Hive was dying. So I was being asked to leave where I'd been in the art building downtown. And it was perfect for what it was. We didn't really fit in the building because I feel called to remember how to be human, which includes making a lot of noise and screaming and shouting and banging drums. And it was a wood building with very thin floors.
I remember
so our sound traveled. So it was all perfect. But, you know, it's death, right? And how do we honor death in our culture? And right now we're in winter. We're in a dying period. We're changing. Our bodies are changing with the cycles. Even though it's San Diego and it doesn't feel the same as the West Coast, it's not the same. And I know I'm dying. It's metaphorical. I don't make it all dramatic and like cry on my shoulder every night, but I allow myself to honor it. And I slow down and I pull in and I go into a mystical silent space. And it makes summer that much more sweeter when I get to come out and fully expand and spread my wings. So this piece, I arrived at the festival and there's this heaviness in my heart because this love of mine was dying. And this man came up and he's like, yeah, I was driving here and basically was driving along the 5 or whatever and saw a dead barnyard owl and picked up on the side of the road. So one of my brothers in the community, amazing filmmaker, he also knows how to ceremonially take the body of the dead animal, cut away what can be buried, and keep the power objects of the wings and the talons. And so we moved through that process together, and it was a way for me to really honor this process. It felt very just in tune with what is. It is what it is. So I'm just going to close with one more. And this one's my favorite one. I actually did it at our last reading, but I know Bert hasn't seen it yet, my love, and Sasha hasn't heard it yet. So this is a fairly new piece that I wrote in response to being rejected by a man. It's funny how that works. You know, so it was like my entire life. I was so great. Okay, you're rejecting me. My parents are rejecting me. What am I going to do with this energy? Let me just churn it into art. And then I realized last year that, wow, it'd become this addiction where I was addicted and repeating this pattern of rejection. So because I thought I needed it to create beauty. And so I released that, and you know, we can have beauty and be beauty. And we don't need the pain and the suffering to create. So this piece is one of my favorites. It's called I Got Curves. I took off my shirt just for it. Okay. All right, so let me see if I can channel it. Yeah, I got curves. I got weight and mass too. 'Cause I'm bending time and space around me, rippling love like waves, bobbing and ebbing to distant shores. Yeah, I got curves. Yeah, I got curves. And I'm bowling you over, knocking you down, your erect sterility, my victory to claim. Yeah, I got curves, and I'm sitting on your cymbals, swallowing them whole, snuffing out the flames of your past destruction. Yeah, I got curves. And I'm a rocking and a rolling, moving and a grooving, stirring this ancestral pot, the womb of our collective consciousness. Yeah, I got curves. And I'm giving breath to new life. I'm bringing light to the dark. I'm giving birth to new worlds because I've got curves. So thank you for having me, and God and goddesses we all are.
Thank you guys so much for coming to the Ruckus tonight. Have a really fun time. Do you guys want to give them traveling bugs some traveling juice for their journey? Tip them out in the guitar case. We will see you guys hopefully at the jazz show this Friday.
Where'd you say that is?
The library.
At what time?
So, 7.
Have you ever done any acting? We're doing something buttering myself a bit. I think it's buttering myself. I sometimes do that.
Good.